fast forward to a few months later. We're coming into spring here, and not a few months, a couple months later, and the ice is gone. I've been getting out a couple times, and I hadn't had too much luck. I caught a 30. Yeah, I caught this 130 in some really stained water, which if you've ever caught like pike in stained water, one good method to use in very stained water is something with a lot of vibrations to it. They don't need to see it, they will feel it. Walleye are good in dirty water conditions. They have very good eyesight underneath, but pike not so much. Like pike, even like nighttime fishing, you don't generally catch a ton of pike nighttime fishing. You will catch them, but they're not a ton of them. Walleye are really good nighttime fishing. But with pike, when you have very dirty water, and I mean very dirty water, rip something with a lot of vibrations. And if they're in the area, you will attract them. I had managed about a 30, and I was actually quite surprised. It just hammered when I was least expecting it. Hadn't really caught much, but I didn't catch a lot other than that. And I wanted to come back because the water had been so dirty, so I waited for it to clear up a little bit, and then I went back. But it was a bit of a gloomy, windy day, so I kind of tucked myself in a cove, and this cove is very well known for having quite a few fish in it. So I was just doing my favorite springtime type of fishing with a conventional gut rod, and that is running cranks. Cranks are my absolute favorite when it comes to running conventional gear. I love crankbaits. I love working them. You can catch some really big fish with them. I've caught all of my biggest pike on a crank, lipless. This was my favorite is a husky jerk or a perch type pattern, and white actually works extremely well. You'll see that's another video. But this is my 1-2 punch method, and I like to go and I'll have I'll keep switching it up. Sometimes I'll have a quick swivel change where I can just switch it up. You catch 2 or 3 fish, switch it up, throw a perch pattern, switch it up, throw a white pattern, and you can catch some solid numbers on days like this, especially on a big pot of fish. It's very effective, and that was kind of what this day was showcasing. You'll notice I change quite a bit. I'm consistently tossing something different. If you don't want to bring this day, I don't think I brought too many rods with me. I think I brought a fly rod and a conventional rod. And sometimes it's nice to have maybe 2 conventional if that's what you're doing, or maybe if you're running fly rods, just have 2 or 3 different colors and swimming style, different streamer patterns or something like that. Maybe a jigging one, maybe one that darts to the left or the right when you're pushing it, that's got full of bucktail and something like that. But with the crankbaits, I'll have 2 or 3 different rods set up, and you just pick it up, toss it, and it's what an effective way to sift through a pot of fish. And this works out quite nicely. Not bad. Oh, there it is. Not a bad fish. A better one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. Stop. There we go. A little bit better. Ooh, yeah. Better fish. There he is. Honest with you. It's fat though. Holy smokes, he's fat. Oh, you son of a gun. Yeah, he was like 25, 26. Oh well. I know where there's bigger ones than that anyway. Son of a gun. Trying. Good sized fish. Definitely a good sized fish. This is a nice one. That was like a 30-inch fish. Brutal. Keep doing that though. Yeah. I'm on a roll of second fish, but I'm not gonna have any fish. make sure to cut these up. You can see it's frayed right here. I think this is still recording. Yeah, you can see this is...
There's 3 ways of burning money. Alright.
So when it's frayed like that, your best bet is to, so I'm using 25 fluorocarbon, which generally will hold most fish. It's fairly abrasive resistant, and yeah, I just take it, cut it off, and then add another one. Don't you love it when you start talking to the camera and you forgot to press record? Anyway, pretty good day. I was only supposed to be out for like 3 or 4 hours, and then there was a meeting I was supposed to be at for home, but I ended up having to listen to it on my phone while I was on the lake, which was pretty fun because I was just listening to what he was saying, catching fish, and it was actually a really relaxing evening. Hooked a few big ones, went to measure them for my summer slam, and completely they wiggled, did their stupid, went crazy wiggle action, and right off the side of the boat. Anyway, didn't get to measure them. I still did get like 3 measurements, although all the ones I did manage to measure were like 24. I'm pretty sure I had like a 30, and I had like a 27 or 28. Broke off on a couple bigger fish because I took the leader off like a dummy. Yeah, this place is loaded with pike. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. Got some shit to do at home, and probably just relax for the rest of the evening, and we will catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a thumbs up. Just a little different, nothing really cinematic, nothing crazy today, just a good old fishing video. We will catch you guys later. Ciao. So fast forward a little bit further into the season now, and I guess one kind of topic I wanted to throw in here is fishing for pike when it is really hot, dead of summer, and your best time of day for going for these fish are gonna be early morning, like as early as you can get, really, to be honest with you. Maybe not quite dark, but like if you could be out on the water as it's lightly, like it's getting light out, it's not a bad idea. The water's going to be coolest at this time, and it's probably one of the better times because, believe it or not, even though pike are considered a warm water species, some of the biggest pike thrive the best in cold water. Some of the mountain lakes I know with pike in them grow some really large pike. And if you ever notice that in a body of water, the colder parts of the water with the right structure will hold some of the biggest fish within a lake. So I have, and I know there's many of you that have out there, on a warm day chasing pike or walleye, you'll notice that like on the really hot parts of the day, the pike and the walleye, the fishing slows down tremendously. So I generally will try on those really dog days of summer, I try not to like chase these fish in the heat of the day. Go in the morning, go in the evening kind of thing. And that's exactly what I was trying to go out and do. I had a couple hours to kill before I had to be somewhere, and I didn't feel like sitting in the house, so I kind of grabbed my gear, went out fishing for a couple hours early in the morning, and it paid off quite well. We hooked into some like 26, 27s. I don't know if I hooked in any 30s on this day, but the previous day I had, or not the previous time video, I had hooked into what I definitely believe it was a 30, and I have in this area hooked 30s going forward, but this is it's a good way. And I have, when I've caught some of the smaller, not smaller, but like the big pike, and I would say it's more prone to the bigger pike than it is the smaller pike. They put up a hell of a fight when they get it, and generally they will use expend all their energy trying to get away, especially once you get them to the boat, and then they see the boat and they make their last ditch effort. So you'll really want to try and like have yourself set up if you're running a fishing derby, which you will see through the series. I have been. I was doing the Summer Slam for West Can Kayak Trail, and having a net set up so you can put the fish in the water, keep the fish, and then quickly get it out, put it on your bump board, quick pitch, put it in. Like by the time you get it up and put it on the bump board, I get it, sometimes it can be hard, they're slimy, but like if you have it set up, which you notice, like I have a little lip grip thing that I find helps me allow to just grab it, put them down, obviously make sure it's not touching the bump board, so you're kind of cheating, but so that you're not cheating. And I grab it, kind of put it to the side so you can see, and then you can quickly hold the fish, take your picture, and then put it back in the basket or release the fish. But the least amount of handling obviously would be just quick pick, throw the fish in, or just release it within the water. But I want to dismiss a common thing where everyone thinks that these pike are just able to survive these hot temperatures and handled however we think we can, because it's definitely a false. I have killed pike mishandling them, and I know there's many of other people who have. I definitely do not try to anymore. I mean, I never really tried to, other than when you're harvesting, but it's a common thing. So if you're conscious about handling your pike properly, especially those big breeders, keep them in the water, get your picture, and let them go. It's simple, really. But I hope you enjoy this.
Morning, folks. We have a couple of hours to kill. What time is it? 7:18. Yeah, kind of got to be off the water by about 10 o'clock. Got a work thing I gotta go do, a skid steer course. I figured since I had till about lunchtime anyway, I would come out and see if I could kill a couple hours out on the lake. See if I could maybe hook into something. I don't know, we'll see. I was out on this lake a couple of weeks ago and pretty positive I hooked into something rather large, or a big fish in this lake. Let's see how it goes. Such a beautiful morning, it's warm, so that's why I figured I couldn't go for the morning bite while the temps are too bad. We are going, hopefully, catch some fish. Hey, even if we catch one large one, I'd still be okay with that. It's a deep lake, well, actually a very deep lake. Might even have to shed. But anyway, let's see how we do. I will check in with you guys very shortly. Wow. Alright guys, finally got one. Actually not a bad size too. I think he might be close to a 30-inch. Oh. He's not happy either. Lures out. I don't know, lately with pike, white seems to be the ticket. But I literally threw this on the water and he literally just smashed it. Like, he wasn't even in the water for like, I don't know, it hit the water and the sucker just came right at it. So, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, he's gonna border 30 inches for sure. That's the fun part, being able to make this work. See if I can, okay. Oh, where's my rippies? since I have a tendency to lose these fish, we do this just to make our life easier. Okay, let's do this. Not bad. Good. There we go. In the water he goes. This fish gonna go. There it goes. Quite fishy. Alright, that's one fish. Yeah, he caught me good. Alright, we're gonna move on. Got some good wiggle action on that one. Nice white crankbait. Yep, that's a fish. Here we go. Fish number 2. Fish. Got some spunk. What are you on? 26. Yeah, that's an update. Goes.
And I got down on my knees, looking for the Delta Queen to hush my grief.
Oh, there you go. A lot of those in here.
Oh, sand and ocean, please deliver me.
Oh,
Heard an ocean
what is that?
can't be.
How did that in the cabbage? Oh, the action steady. I've been jonesing pretty bad. Oh, there you go. That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh, it's not a fish. Yes, it is. Get over there. Oh, there you go. Whoa! Whoa! That's big. I don't know what that's not small. I don't know what that is, but
Down this road,
that's a better fish.
I'm not surprised that I still find
yeah.
myself
Oh yeah, that's a better fish.
I'll keep waiting
Like,
for my Delta Queen.
whoa, whoa.
And if I fall
Sucker's got
asleep,
fun.
I'll see her in my dreams.
Fuck.
Sand and ocean, please deliver me. Oh, I heard an ocean
Oh, look at that one. My rod got caught in my freaking net. Oh, come on. Shoot. I almost lost my paddle. Yeah. Shit's happening here, guys. Oh my god. Holy smokes. It's not that big. It felt like it had its spots. It fought like crazy. Like, it felt like it was a lot bigger fish than it is. Wow. This Berkeley shad, this color, this orange and white, man. Wow, what a good color. If he is, he's not much of a cull. 26. That's a call. A good one, but couple inches. All right, let's keep chucking. I cannot stress how nice having a good set of paddles on. Like, these aren't the most expensive going out there, but they definitely need to be like. Let me tell you that once. Fish right on the bone. It's like long suckers. I feel better. I feel really good, actually. It's only 9 o'clock, which isn't too bad. I really felt like it was a good morning session fishing right before it gets. It's supposed to be like 33s today. Oh. Yep, that's a fish. There we go, another one. We got. Ah, it's a pike. Little guy. I think just a little guy. Fish. There you go. Just a little guy, nothing big. Oh, stop. You ever hit those moments where you're you're just anxious, you're creeped up, you need to get out, can't get out, and, other obligations, want to get out, but you just need a good relief to go out and have a good day of fishing. Well, I think today it's just that day.